This call is now being recorded.
Yes, today's topic is mass media and society. So, what is mass media and what is its effect on society? We will study today. So, first of all, the objectives for mass media. Today, the mass media is considered as this reflection of our society, and the printed media, whether it may be printed media, electronic media, or web-based media, using the internet, it is serving us for giving information, entertainment, and educating the people. So nowadays social media is becoming a most popular and accessible media for communication in these days. So that's why this social media is brought people from different geographical areas together to one platform where they can share their feelings, emotions, ideas, and information much more. So these social medias like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, etc. are giving the platform to gather all people throughout the world in a same platform to share their information, their feelings, emotions. So that's why this media is become more popular, and the quality of this social media, usage of this social media or mass media is reflecting the our society. So what is mass communication and mass media? We have to understood first this. So there are four levels of communication, as you know. First one is intrapersonal. Intrapersonal. So here the person himself sends the message and receive the message. Second one is interpersonal. Interpersonal communication. Here two peoples are there. Minimum two peoples are there. One is sender, another one is receiver. In group communication, there is a sender, he is sending the message to group of people. This is group of people. For example, classroom communication comes under the group communication. The fourth level of communication is mass communication or mass media communication. Means the sender the can sending his information to large number of people, very mass or more number of people is called as mass communication. So in previous class, I have already discussed what is difference between group communication and mass communication. So now the mass communication, the type of communication involves the communication with mass audience known as mass communication. The channels through which this kind of communication takes place are known as mass media. To do the mass communication, to conduct the mass communication, to conduct the mass communication, the channels are medium what we use called as mass medias. Mass media may be TV, radio, newspaper, everything. So that we will use mass media as a channel or medium for communicating with the mass people. So that's why mass communication is a using channel through which this kind of communication takes place are known as mass media. To do mass communication, we need mass media. What is mass media? The media which is at a time reaching the most of the people. So that is called the mass media. For mass communication, we need the mass media. Mass media means the media which has capacity to reach the most number of people or large number of people at a time. That is the mass media. It may be printed media, it may be online videos, or it may be internet, it may be social platforms, whatever things. But for mass communication, we need the mass media. So that's why this mass media and mass communication, sometimes we use word interchangeably. And mass communication is a term used to describe the academic study of various means by which individuals and entities relay information to large segments of population at the same time to mass media. So for example, for large segment of population को at a time same time कम्युनिकेशन करने के लिए हमने मास मीडिया का यूज करता है. मास मीडिया इज प्रिंटेड, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक, everything. For example, mass media includes the media through which messages are being transmitted, includes radio, television, newspaper, magazines, films, records, videos, cassette recorders, the internet, etc. are called as mass media. The mass media or mass communication is intended to reach large audience. The mass communication, why we are doing mass communication? Because it has an intention to reach the large audience or group of people. It is the primary means of communicate to reach the general public. Is anyone joining? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I have make you co-host. Please let them admit. I have made the. Is anyone have problem with joining?
No, sir. No. No.
Okay. Because I have connected with only single laptop, so I have made you host. Madam, please admit if anyone join in between.
Okay.
So mass media or mass communication is intended to reach large audience or group of people. So the primary, the question may be asked, what is the primary means of communication to connect with large population? Then you have to answer that mass communication through mass media is the primary means of communication to reach the general public. For general public of India, if you want to share any information, which communication we will do, that is mass communication, that is mass media communication. So both are mass communication or mass media communication. So the mass media is everything that is used to communicate with intent to send messages to large number of people, can be classified according to its physical form, technology used, and type of communication. This mass media or mass communication you can divide, classify according to the which form we used. For example, printed form, whether we are using online form, videos. So based on technology used and in which physical form we are using that communication media, that is mass media, we can classify based on its physical form and technology used and type of communication. So we will see what are the mass media and characteristic of mass media. So what are the characteristic of mass media? So all of you understood what is mass media? To conduct mass communication, we use the mass media. Mass media का मतलब ये है, this is the media which has capacity or able to reach large population. So that is the mass media. You are using the mass media for mass communication. So what are the characteristic of this mass media we are using for to do the mass communication? First one is the audience is large in mass media and heterogeneous populations are there and anonymous feedback will be there. What it means, the mass media, if for example if you are watching TV, then in this example the TV is a mass media, then the audience of TV channel is large and it is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means the children are also watching, the elders are also watching, young people are watching, the educated one, illiterate one, everyone is watching the TV, then the population, the audience, receivers are heterogeneous, not homogeneous. But in classroom group communication, what happens? If you are taking class for a first BMS students, that is homogeneous group. Homogeneous means all students are belongs to same common character, that is they are first BMS student. But here the heterogeneous population will be there as a audience or receiver in the mass media. So an anonymous means we don't know which who is receiving the message, who are listening the watching the TV. So like that it is anonymous. Then the message in mass media is intended for large group of people. Sources like radio, television have large audience bases, whereas newspaper, magazine, journals cater to specific segment of the society. With the expanse of global media, mass media has every possible of the world. You don't reach that people. So that's why some mass media have some limitations. But moreover, these all mass media have the common character, that is they will reach the large group of people. Then messages are of short duration and lack of privacy. So whatever messages, information transmitted publicly with no privacy. In mass media, if they are telecasting any news or information, they are in the short duration and they have no privacy. They are public, open to all. For example, if any leader doing corruption, then if that is telecasted through news channels, then that is a lack of privacy. Whatever information regarding that person will be publicly available for everyone. So that's why the messages transmitted are publicly have no privacy, and messages are usually short duration, spanning across a week or a day or even a few hours due to the volatile nature of the information. What is the meaning of this short duration? For example, today's breaking news is different. Breaking news. So whatever new incidents, information available to media, they will highlight this news for a week or for a day or a few hours. After some week or after some hours, if they found new news, it is new breaking news, then they will not highlighting this old news. For example, incidents in Karnataka, all of you seen that the murder of Neha. So if you see the previous week news channels, all news channels are telecasting the matter news related to this Neha. But now the media is shifted. All media are showing the matter of that one of the exposure of this MP, one of the MP. So now if next week if another news they get, they will shift for that news. So that's why the news or message for short duration. So it may be a week, it may be a day, or it may be for few hours due to the volatile nature of the information. Then an act of kindness or even abusive act may gather a lot of views but may last the next day. So that information is for immediate consumption. So same meaning, the information is immediate consumption. Next, they may highlight or they may forget that particular information. Then source belongs to organization and institution. The information, where the information comes, the information belongs to particular sources. For example, the mass media will use the messages usually stems from the authentic agency or any large public organization. For example, news for any political party, news for any businessman. So the news related to that domain, that particular things, they have taken from the authentic agency and large and public organization. Which news we will hear in TV channels, whether it may related to political parties, it may related to businessmen's, or it is related to um, uh, any famous personality persons or any industry. So that is that source information belongs to particular source. Then the authentic agency in India is the classical example of this is PIB, Press Information Bureau, is the official website of Ministry of Communication and Broadcasting. Large media houses like Times Now, NDTV make information reach everywhere. For example, India government, if uh, anything they have to be announced from government side, central government has taken any new acts, policies, then the authority to tell, yes, this is the correct news. That is Press Information Bureau. This is a PIB. PIB is the official website of Government of India. They will announce the information from this PIB. Then, if PIB is telling that yes, this is the new policy, new act, or new rules taken by the central government, then that information will be spread by or communicated by this type of medias, NDTV or anywhere. The authentic agency for Government of India's information is PIB, Press Information Bureau. You have to remember PIB. Then in mass media, the feedback is indirect, non-existent, delayed, and asynchronous. Means if interpersonal communication, what happens? Here is a one person and here is a one person. If he sends a message, the replier give directly feedback to the sender. So this is feedback is synchronized and direct. But in mass media, the feedback is indirect, non-existent. Sometimes the feedback may be not given. Sometimes after some days, the feedback may be given. And asynchronous. Asynchronous means immediately feedback is not available. For example, if I am watching TV, so I may not give the direct feedback, or I will not give the feedback, or we will discuss ourselves only. So all the our opinions feedback indirectly they will receive. The feedback may be delayed. So that's why that is not proper feedback will be available to the TV channels directly or immediately. Feedback is not available. That is the feedback is indirect, non-existent, delayed, and asynchronous. But in interpersonal communication, feedback is direct and immediately feedback is available. Then feedback mechanism of mass communication is neither instant nor direct. The same thing. It is feedback is not instant or not direct. For example, if you read any news from the newspaper, then you want to tell about that matter, but you should not give directly a feedback to the editor or publisher. You may send the mail or you may contact the author. So it will get not directly, you not able to give direct feedback, and it is not instant. That is the meaning. The feedback mechanism of mass communication is not neither instant or nor direct. The reaction of any news or information could be in the form of any discussion, debate, not directly to the source from which information is initiated. If government or any organization give the information, particular information, you cannot stand your opinion directly to that. You can discuss yourself and you can think about that particular information. Then indirectly that message will go to the source. So that is the mechanism in the mass media. That is the characteristic of the mass media. And it is the most important medium affecting the psyche of a person. So if you watch the TV, if you watch the movies or news, then it is most effective media, mass media. This creates short-term and long-term impacts on the thinking and overall perception about the topic or issue. For example, if any TV program, news program, if they are doing any program, then they will make a program, it will affect or it will change the thinking of the person or perspective of that issues. For example, any political issues, in some TV channels they will showing that is correct, what the government is doing, that is correct. So that much of impact is given by this mass media. So it can overall change the perspective of a person about any topic of issue. For example, before watching that program, you have different opinion about that thing, but after watching this program, you may change your perception or your opinion. So that much influence will be there in this mass media, and mass communication takes place rapidly and seamlessly. So one of the major characteristic is mass communication will takes by mass media rapidly. So more number of people throughout world, so and it is seamlessly, it is countlessly. So even other part of the world, people are also able to see the news because of this mass media. And mass communication is at times very informative, creative, and educational. So it gives the information, it is creative, and it may use for educational purpose. Education means to do the awareness regarding particular issues. For example, वोटिंग के लिए कितना अवेयरनेस दे रहे हैं, हर एक न्यूज चैनल, हर एक प्रोग्राम, हर एक इसमें वोट करो. सो इट मे बी एजुकेशनल पर्पस आल्सो मास कम्युनिकेशन. देन mass media communication is a cost effective. Yes, by single telecasting, it may be reaching crores of peoples, even more than that. That's why this mass media is very powerful. It is a dynamic process because it is changes every time. The content, information, the themes, and process will be changed. That's why it is a dynamic process. It is also regarded as one-way communication due to its delayed and evident response. So even though if we are able to give responses or feedback, in spite of this also the mass communication is considered as one way. You have to remember this point, because the delayed response or inevident response, even though feedback mechanism is there, but it is not significant. That's why mass communication is considered as one-way communication. You have to remember this point. It is a one-way. One-way means the TV program, the TV news channel will sends the message. We audience receives that news, and we are not able to give significant response or feedback. We discuss ourselves only, or we think ourselves only, but our views, our opinion can't go to the TV anchor at that time. So even if they have given the any number, give your opinion, in that kind of programs it is possible. But overall, the things, the mass communication does not have immediate response or delayed response. That's why it is almost considered as a one way. Even if you want to give feedback, if the people are not able to connect with you, then also the feedback is not very properly sent. So that's why it is always mass communication is considered as a one way. Then categories of mass media. The mass media are generally the following types. First one is traditional media. Traditional media or conventional media includes the oldest art, music, dance existing in the country and passed from one generation to another generation. These are the traditional media. For example, folk songs, Janapada songs, or storytelling and arts. In the temples, they have done the very arts to give the information of history. So music, paint, from these traditional methods, we are passing the information from one generation to another generation. If you visit any museum, then by seeing their paints, their collection, you will get some information that is communicating the people, we know the what are the lifestyle of that people, how the dresses are there, what are the materials they will use. So everything we will understand by that art and museum and everything. That type of media is we called as traditional or conventional media. If if you are hearing any old Janapada songs or folk songs, then they will explain their lifestyle, culture, beliefs in the folk songs. That is the one of the traditional media. By listening that songs, you will be able to understand, oh, people in the ancient or initial days, they are thinking like this, they are doing the things like this. So that is the one of the example of traditional media. Then in every country, ancient art forms are considered as a medium to communicate, as they not only inform but also spreads knowledge through oral communication. Oral communication means sometimes our elders will telling in our time like this, this happens, this. So that is also oral communication is also one of the mass, because that time no radio, no electronic is there. There people are transmitting the information from one part to another by oral communication or art, that is doing the skits, doing the drama, doing the yakshagana, folk dance, folk songs. They are passing the information from generation to generation. That is the traditional or conventional media. Before this technology has developed, before that technology, the people from one area to another area, or people from large communication will getting the information by this type of media. That is traditional media, conventional media. It may be folk songs, folk dances, or music, arts, and whatever things they traditionally used by the peoples to transfer or to send the information from generation to generation, and other large people are called as traditional media. Then next, print media. Print media means it is a giving the information by printing. Print media, printing. It includes the newspaper. As all of you know, it is one of the mass media, because almost everyone will read the newspaper. The newspaper is the major sources of information in initial days. Now also the newspapers are very popular mass media. Then magazines and periodicals. So magazines, monthly magazines, periodicals, also print media. It will comes under the print medias. Then they also giving the information or communicating the large number of people. And books, by reading books, the book will give the knowledge information to the large number of people. So that is the print media. In print media, three examples: newspaper, magazines, periodicals, books, and other whatever printed materials that is communicating for mass people, that is called as print media. Print media, you have to remember. So majorly these three: newspaper, magazine, periodicals, books, and newsletter, whatever thing that is printed and that is communicating for larger population is called as print media. So the mass media is classified based on their physical form and the technology what we are using. Then electronic media, it includes television, radio, cinema, fax, etc. So electronic media means the media or the things which need the electronic, मतलब करंट का जरूरत रहते. टेलीविजन से लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल को कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं, रेडियो से लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल को कम्युनिकेट, बाय सिनेमा लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल को कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं. Then new media or modern day media. So this is the new one. Because of invention of internet, the World Wide Web open up several avenues for a mass communication, which includes emails, website, podcast, blogging, social networks, Twitter, Instagram, social networks. So connecting the world, this is the new media. When the internet is discovered and the wide use of this www, then the connection of multiple type of mass media are possible because of this internet connection. So that is the modern day media. So because of this internet It is combining the multiple devices in the one device only. Before internet, there is a TV for separate, radio for separate. If you go for cinema separate, you can mail or everything is separate. But because of internet, in one device, from one device, we can able to use the all the platforms. Can anyone tell which is the example that is the device we can do? We can use the television, we can use like a radio, you can communicate because of internet. Can anyone tell? We can use all these type of social networking like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blogging. You can watch films, you can visit websites, you can do in emails. So any one device that includes all the facilities because of this internet.
Mobile phone.
Yes. So mobile is a device because of this internet. Now we are able to include all these things in the single device or by single device में ये सारे options हमको facilities मिल रहे. So that's why internet is a powerful thing that is including all the mass medias into the single device. Then influences of mass media on society. So how this mass media is influencing the society? There are three theories because these theories are proposed by different persons. According to this, they will tell that first theory is limited effect of theory. This theory tells that this theory believes that media has an insignificant role as people usually read, watch stuff based on their belief system, prior experience and knowledge. This theory was tested in 1950s where there were few media options. Initially, what is there? Only few medias are there. Then this theory is explained that the mass media have very little effect or very limited effect on the people in that time in 1950s, because that time only TV and other radio like medias are there. Internet was not that much popular. That time the theory proposed that this mass media has influence of less effect on the people, because the people will believe and see the things what they have previous experience regarding that thing and they have knowledge about that thing. So that's why the overall effect of mass media is very limited according to this theory, that is limited effect theory. Second one, class dominant theory. This theory suggests that media project the opinions and views of the dominant class of the society. So the most message disseminated are hugely controlled by dominant group or elite class. Economic or political elite happens along with corporate mergers. Media also social becomes more about consumerism than information. Modern advertising is an example of such influence. So according to this theory, class dominant theory, all the media is controlled by big businessmen or big business. This theory explains that. So whatever information we are getting by news channels, they are rather than informative, they are business purpose. They are advertising their product, they are advertising their ideas. So this class dominant, because this theory explains that dominant people will influence the society by media. मीडिया में क्या क्या मैसेज आते हैं वो सारे चीजें इंफॉर्मेशन आता है. So big person say whether it may be economic person or political allied, their interest से हमको मैसेज आते हैं. Because of their benefit they will make the news and do the information. So that's why the whatever information we get from mass media is class dominant theory. So their people dominate the information, they have the control over the things. So this type of understanding will be given by the class dominant theory. So whether you are able to understand, this theory explain that the media is have the control over this corporate or businessman's hands. They will uh, 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 run the according to their benefit, or they will propagate the messages, information or things according to their benefit, whether it may be political or economic. That dominant group will have the control in this mass media. So this theory explains the class dominant theory. Whether all of you understood what is this class dominant theory? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Basically, all of you know the media is controlling by big businessmen, big industries. So this theory explains that this type of mass media is controlled by the dominant group. They may be political groups or economical persons, that is businessmen or any industries. Then culturalist theory. This theory explains in the 1990s. It is a combination of both theories. Theory project that audience does not play a passive role in a message production. Instead, they actively interact with media and create meaning as per their own culture and social context. इस theory में क्या होता है? Whatever information the audience receive, they will interpret in their own context, their social and economic or cultural. As their understanding, they will create meaning as per their own culture and social context. According to this theory, though few elites may exercise their control over media, personal perspective and experience play more influential role in how audience interprets those messages. Even though if any media is telling this person is good, this businessman is doing good, but simply audience is not accepting that because of their perception, because of their knowledge, because of their thinking, the person can interpret according to his experience. That's why this theory expert culturalist theory. For example, in one channel they will support one party, they will showing the that is good. In another channel they will showing the this party is very good for India. So but the receiver will interpret based on his socio-cultural and other things he will consider, and he infer which party is good. So that is the this theory, culturalist theory. The person audience interprets those messages by certain influence in the social and cultural or according to is their own thinking. The person will interpret this message, even though the media has control over by this political and business parties, but it does not influence the audience as much because the own perspective is there. This one is explained by this culturist theory. This theory believes that yes, even media has hold media ka hold hai businessmen se political. Even though whatever message information given by media, the people are not accepting because they are intelligent. They will interpret according to their background. That is the this theory explains like this. So three theories, all of you understood? Simple. These are simple one. Just I have explained. Then functions of mass media. In a society like ours, mass media have important role to play fostering the democracy and communal. So mass media is one of the major role play in the society, and it is a communal harmony. Because of mass media, it may give the good things and it may create the violence in the community. How they will give the message and spread the information. So information dissemination and sensitization, this is the major function of the mass media: spread information and make people aware of current events. So in mass media, the information is disseminate. Disseminate means it will spread the message from large people from different part of the world, and it makes sensitization. If any violence or anything happen, they can show it is more intensive, and they may influence the emotions of the people, and the people will also aware about current events, what happening in the our country or outside the country because of this mass media. That is the information dissemination and sensitization. Political awareness. Mass media helps citizens to be politically aware of their constitutional rights and duties. In India, media is considered as the fourth pillar of democracy. So all of you heard about this. Media is a fourth pillar in the democracy in India, because media has also responsibility to build the good society, good democracy. Because if opposition parties are not giving the proper, not doing the proper work, then media is considered as the opposite party, the pillar of the democracy. The media should highlight the failure of government and even good things also. That's why in India the media is considered as a democracy. So because of this only, lot of people argue that all media is sold out. The media is controlled by this person, this person. That's why media is not showing that things. Yes, blaming some सुन रहे day by day in India में, ये sold out हो गए, इनका media, उनका media. So like that, but media has its own responsibility because it has a powerful thing, because it can give the information, sensitize the things about the whatever political things happening in the our country. So that's why it gives the political awareness and cultural transmission. Mass media function as a link between our past and future. They report day-to-day events and which will history tomorrow. So because of mass media, our cultural things, our history, our past history will be available. If you see the our freedom time in British ruling time, what are the problems? If you see the movies or any news channel is telling about our history, so mass media is a functions between the link and connecting the different cultures in the our country by reporting day by day events. Then connecting the link between people and government. The government uses the medias like TV and social media to communicate various welfare schemes, information. If any new projects, any programs और पार्लियामेंट में क्या क्या डिस्कशन हो, ये सारी चीजें टेलीविजन और अदर मीडिया से प्रसार होता है. They will give the information regarding these things. So that's why it is people and government. Today this bill is passed in the parliament. How will we know? Because of this mass media, whether you are watching from mobile, whether you are watching news, whatever thing, but the mass media is a connecting between people and government. How government will know about any strike, fights are going in the media will report. Then the government will understand this will happening in this place. So that's why the media is a powerful one. An agency of socialization, the modern day communication applications like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, effective platform for the socialization from different parts of country or different place of world. We may connect and we may share our emotions, feeling, and we may become friends. That creating this socialization, we are becoming known to each other by this platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So entertainment, as range of mass media channels are for entertainments. Today's era is there because of we are majorly using this mass media for the entertainment purpose only. The information, education, entertainment are the functions of mass media, but nowadays we are focusing only on entertainment of this component we are taking from mass media. Of course, mass media is also giving the entertainment like films, whatever things we are using from mass media, the entertainment purpose. But things taken from mass media is information, education, and entertainment. Three benefits will be there, but you are nowadays the people are focusing on only entertainment segment. Then institutes for mass media. Today, internet has made everything almost possible in the world, global village. So you should remember this word. Because of internet, global village, we are feeling like a village. Global village means even though the world is big, because of internet connection, it is possible to connect each and everyone within a seconds, within a minute. Because of this internet, we are feeling that even though it is a global, we are feeling like village, we are near to each other, we are connecting each other easily. That's why it is giving the global village feeling because of internet. It is possible through social networking, social media. Social media is a computer based technology that facilitates sharing ideas, thoughts, information, building virtual networks and communication. Example, all of you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Wikipedia, YouTube, news portals have successfully created unique place in the internet world. different types of social medias, as all of you know, that are Facebook, everything in detail. You should know what is the Instagram, Twitter में क्या करते, WhatsApp में क्या करते, Facebook में क्या करते, blogs का मतलब क्या है, all of you know. That's why that portion I have not included here. Then effect of mass media. The effect of mass media can be seen through the following points. The mass media can affect positively and negatively also. What are the positive effects of mass media? The mass media informs public about government policies, programs, and how these programs can be useful to them, and the people will use that government policies and programs. This helps the people voice their feelings and helps the government to make necessary changes in their policies and programs. It can bring in the positive social changes. So these are the positive effects. If media properly giving the information regarding government policies, and because of that policies, programs, what are the problems in the population, people suffering from that particular policy or program, that is also goes through the government, and government is also taking the making the necessary changes. This is the positive impact or positive social changes. So positive effects of this mass media, it can be also, it is entertaining the people, it can act as a agent of change in the development. For particular issues, the media will continuously highlighting for that issues. Then the government will do certain necessary arrangement. For example, if any village there is no water, no current at all, if continuously media is reporting that event, then that will comes to the notification of that particular authority, and the government will make the necessary arrangement and giving the facilities. Then it can act as an agent of change of development. The development, if any media showing this highway is very bad, highway is very bad repeatedly, then the government can act and make the road there. So that, like that, mass media can, because of social media, lot of things, all of you are aware that, because some in the Facebook, WhatsApp, they are sharing their problems through these social platforms. Lot of people are viraling that messages, and sometimes the even it comes under notification under the relevant authorities, and sometimes the changes will be happened in that particular person life or in place also. That's why the mass media can act as a change in the development, because it is a powerful. It can help political and democratic process of a country. It brought people of world closer and each other, and educate the public and promotes the trade industry through advertisement. Through advertisement, what are the new products, what are the new things available, everything will be known to the people by this mass media. These are positive effects of the mass media. Then negative effect. If media has positive effect and some of negative effects are also there, the traditional culture of our country is adversely affected by mass media. The first negative effect is because of westernization culture. Because of mass media, we will see the foreign type of culture, the dresses, even behavior, eating style, seen by different movies, different things. Then we will it will have the impact on the our traditional culture, adversely affect the, because of seeing the movies, because they are seeing in the mobile, the children are also following the culture of different western culture or the culture of different countries. That's why the traditional culture will be adversely affected by mass media. And entertainment has become the main component of mass media. So nowadays we using the mass media for entertainment purpose only, but the main function of mass media is in education and information, but we are uh, leaving that things and only we are using for entertainment purpose. This is the one of the major function, that is educating the people. Education of by mass media is lacking and only entertainment is highlighting. That is the negative effect. And sometimes mass media promotes violence. Studies have proved that violence shows on the television, cinema have negative effect on the children. If the violence is highlighted in the news and movies, the child will negatively affected. The people may follow that type of crimes that all types of things are called as negative effect. It also promotes desire in people by own products that are advertising through media but which may not be essential. Because of this advertisement, even though we don't need that particular product, we will buy that product because they will show like that this is very needed and it is very much essential. Any popular person or any celebrity, they are giving advertisement. Because we are seeing that advertisement, we will influence it, we will buy that products even though we don't need it actually. So that is also a negative effect. Then next important units are in institutions of mass media. These are institutions which are working in the mass media. Prasar Bharati, all of you know that this is a public service broad center in India, Akashvani and Doordarshan. So Doordarshan. Initially this Akashvani and Doordarshan are comes under the Prasar Bharati. All of you know about this Akashvani and Doordarshan channels. So these are the institutions which are controlling this type of mass media. For example, Akashvani and Doordarshan are controlled by Prasar Bharati institution. In the under the Prasar Bharati only Akashvani, All India Radio and Doordarshan are telecasting. It comes existence in the 1997 and it is it's to entertain the public, to give the information, to give the different type of information, educate the in radio different type of programs will be there. Even entertainment for sing songs are available. Sometimes they will inform the any new policies or any programs taken by the government, and they will also educate the farmers people. Educational programs are also there in Akashvani and Doordarshan, and they will entertain public. So it is balanced development of broadcasting radio and television. It is known as Broadcasting Corporation of India, BCI. So Prasar Bharati is also known as BCI, Broadcasting Corporation of India, that is Prasar Bharati. It will broadcasting Akashvani radio and Doordarshan channel. Then All India Radio Akashvani, it is a history regarding this All India Radio Akashvani. Just you have to read when it is launched, which government is taken. Just you have to remember these are the institute, All India Radio and Doordarshan. Then press print media. Though in the initial days, even though TV is not a mass media, then print media, the papers, newspapers are the most important mass media in the communication. So what is the recommendation? First press meet committee बोल के आप सुनते हैं. So that is the press and print media के लिए rules and regulation है. The press and registration books of act. So this act is controlling the what should be printed, what is the language in the printing process, what are the rules and regulation regarding the printing, press and print. कुछ भी नहीं प्रिंट कर सकते न्यूज़पेपर में. So they have certain rules and regulation that will control by this press and registration books and acts containing the duties and functions of this RNI. RNI is known as the Register of Newspaper of India, Office of Register of RNI. So according to these rules and regulation only the RNI functions. The Register of Newspaper of India is required to submit annual report to government status of newspaper before. So this is not needed. Just you have to remember the rules and regulations are Press and Registration of Books Act contains duties and functions of RNI. According to these rules only, this amending act है ना, ये act के accordingly the printing will happen. Newspaper everything will be controlled by this act. इस एक्ट में इन डिटेल लिखा हुआ रहते क्या है रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन फॉर प्रोसेस ऑफ न्यूज प्रेस एंड प्रिंट मीडिया. दे वी शुड फॉलो द रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन ऑफ दिस प्रेस एंड रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ बुक एक्ट 1867. Then Press Information Bureau, PIB, as we explained, it is a nodal agency of Government of India. If Press Information Bureau, this is the authentic source of any information of गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. अगर कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन PIB से आ रहे प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो, that is the authentic. If in a parliament, if they have passed any rules, if that rule is giving by press information bureau, then it is authenticated. कुछ भी हम कुछ भी सुन के ये authentic है नहीं authentic है कैसे समझना है? If that information is released by press information bureau, then it is a authentic information or authentic source. Otherwise, if the things come from social media are not authentic, just whatever message or thing they will confirmed by the press information bureau, they are authentic and uh, uh, one of the source of government of India's information. They print electronic media and government policy initiatives and achievements. So PIB will give the information to the print media, electronic media, then only we will consider it is authentic. Then Hindustan Samachar, it is one of the oldest newspaper. So you just go through this thing. Then Press Trust of India, it is a non-profit cooperative organization by country newspapers provide efficient and unbiased news. This is one of the cooperative society owned by the country's newspaper. All newspaper owners, they have made this corporation and they have certain rules and regulation. They have some things. The intention is provide the efficient, unbiased news to all subscribers. So whatever news information they are giving through this printing media, that should be unbiased and give the efficient information. That is the motto of this cooperative press trust of the India, PTI. Then United News of India, it is also one of the largest news agency of Asia. It is a news agency. Different type of information will be given by this agency is considered authentic. For example, any information regarding India is telecasting in Singapore. सिंगापुर में हमारा इंडियंस है समझ लो. इन दैट मीडिया में इंडिया के बारे में कुछ न्यूज आ रहा है, वेदर दैट इज ऑथेंटिक और नॉट ऑथेंटिक, वो लोगों को कैसे समझना? इंडिया में ऐसे ऐसे हो रहे बोल के न्यूज आ रहे हैं उन पे. सो इफ दैट थिंग इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय न्यूज एजेंसीज इन this United News of India, UNI is controlling that type of things. अगर सिडनी में क्या हो रहा है वो इंडिया में कुछ बता रहे हैं, इंडियन चैनल्स दिखा रहे सिडनी में वो हो रहे ऐसा हो रहे वार हो रहे. सो हाउ कैन वी बिलीव? एक्चुअली any media is showing false also, but this News India agency is control whether that news is real or not. They have work about like these things. So it is international cooperation agency. It is United News of India. It is correspondents of Washington, London, Colombo, every countries subscribe and they will control the messages information in between the different countries. The collaboration agreements bring our subscribes, so Indian readers. So it is a collaboration and agreements of several foreign news agency including Reuters and DPA. These are the news channels of foreigners. So this United News of India is a agency. It will actually work like an authentic agency from news coming from other countries, or any news of India is telecasting in the other countries. It will have the control over this type of information. Then Press Council of India, another one. This thing is it was set up by Government of India. First commission, object of preserving freedom and press, maintaining and improving the standards of press India. It will work under the Press Council Act. So it is one of the rules and regulation. Press कैसे करना है, उसको फ्रीडम क्या है, प्रेस को क्या क्या बोल सकते हैं, क्या क्या लिबर्टी है प्रेस मीडिया को अगेंस्ट गवर्नमेंट बोलने का, वो एवरीथिंग विल बी टेल्ड इन दिस प्रेस काउंसिल एक्ट. एंड क्वासी जुडिशियल बॉडी एक्ट एज ए वॉचडॉग ऑफ द प्रेस. सो प्रेस काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया क्या करते हैं? वॉच करते हैं न्यूज़पेपर, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर को ये वॉच करते हैं. एनी चैनल, एनी न्यूज or information, they are false or misleading, then this PCI, Press Council of India, is giving the message to the government. Particular type of this newspaper or print media is spreading the false news or misleading news. So this PCI, Press Council of India, is act as a watchdog of the press. They will constantly watch the news. क्या क्या छाप रहे न्यूज़पेपर में. They have sometimes they in newspaper, अगर कभी कभी होता है गलत चीजें प्रिंट करता है, बाद में वो जानकारी होने के बाद they will also give the what माफी का एक लेटर भी, वो क्लैरिफिकेशन लेटर भी बाद में उनको प्रिंट करना पड़ता है. कोई गलत खबर वो छाप दिया, अगर बाद में उसका बारे में एक्शन हुआ, दे विल आल्सो प्रिंट दी दैट हमारे से गलत हुआ है, ये ऐसे ऐसे हो गया था, एक्चुअली ये चीजें ऐसे ऐसे, जस्टिफिकेशन एंड एक्सेप्टेंस ऑफ एरर का भी इंफॉर्मेशन उनको प्रिंट करना पड़ता है. सो ऑल दिस इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय प्रेस काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया. Then yellow journalism means these are the journals. Actually yellow journal का summary बताता हूँ. These are the papers. They are in the small scales and they will give the information. They are not authentic and that they are not have proper sources. For example, related to film industry, any film related, any mafia related newspapers are coming, they are called as yellow journalism. In this paper में क्या रहते, authentic उतना नहीं रहते, they only give the masala types. वो किसके साथ, कौन सा सेलिब्रिटी के साथ किसका अफेयर है, कौन सा डॉन के साथ किसका है, और फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में क्या चल रहा है, बड़े बड़े बिजनेसमैनों का पर्सनल लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है. दिस टाइप ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, दिस टाइप ऑफ मैसेजेस विल बी गिवन बाय दिस येलो जर्नलिज्म. फॉर एग्जांपल हाई बेंगलोर, वन ऑफ द पेपर हाई बेंगलोर, इसमें क्या है, कोई क्राइम को बहुत मसाला जैसे बोलता है, वेदर दैट इज रियल और नॉट. कोई पॉलिटिकल पर्सन के ऊपर कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, हाई बेंगलोर हो और लंकेश पत्रिका हो. दिस टाइप ऑफ journalism we called as yellow journalism. So like that in every state they are have newspapers, they are weekly or daily, so they have giving the message whether they are authentic or not authentic. Majorly they are not authentic, they are giving according to their own view, they have don't reliable source. That type of journalism we called as yellow journalism. And Central Board of Film, it is because to films are mass media, so it will impact the mind of the people. So that's why this Central Board of Film is established. All of you know, when film is starting in theaters, that will show the U certificate. Then it is for unrestricted. If film has U certificate, then even children, elders, everything, every person has the categories to unrestriction is there. For A certificate, only adult can watch that movies. UA is with adults and all people are can watch that movie, but it is under the parental guidance. UA means adult, means adolescent child should watch the movie with his parents. That is UA meaning. Then some categories like S will be the S bol ke also be there. Then S category means special category. Then only special type of people should see that movie. So all of you know that, all of you know this thing. A category and UA category. If the film is censored with A, then it is only for adults. U means universal, all can unrestricted, everyone can see. UA means the child can see the movie with supervision of elder person or his parent. That is the meaning. Then Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, the whatever things happening in the government level, they are all coming to us by this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Authority. They have information wing, broadcasting and films wing. They have majorly 3 wings. Public को government का policies, programs, everything matters ब्रॉडकास्ट करने के लिए, टीवी में, न्यूज में, पेपर में छापने के लिए, दे हैव Ministry of Information Broadcasting. All the messages will come from this Ministry of Information Broadcasting to the mass media, and mass media will reach the every people of the country. So this is regarding mass media and mass communication. So any doubt? So why it is important mass media concept? Because in syllabus also they have given mass media and society. Because by using proper technology, you can reach the mass. Proper mass media, you can reach the large number of people. For example, to spread the knowledge of Ayurveda to large number of people, we can use the mass media efficiently. That's why it is very important. Even not only Ayurveda knowledge, even the health education, even the other fields of education, whatever information, if you want to give the information to the large community, you have to use mass media. So that is the importance. Ayurveda principle क्या है, Ayurveda lifestyles क्या है, we are using the mass media. If you efficiently use the mass media, so you can reach the each and every person in the country. They should know about the what are the principles of Ayurveda, why we can use the Ayurveda. So like that, it is in our hand. So that's why this concept is very much important. And the education also, in education also, how can we use this mass media? It may be specific education or general education or general information. So any doubt in this concept? If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, I will end this session. Any doubt? So this